Yo! So, this is Pastor Dustin from Messiah Lutheran Church in Schenectady, New York. Uh, Lots of awesome things happening. This is the Monday before Ash Wednesday, and that's really cool. And this video is my first crack at doing a thing where I give a little bit of thoughts about the text for the upcoming week on a video blog, a vlog as all the kids are calling it nowadays. Um, Yeah, so it's just an idea that so early in the week, each week, if I have time to do it, I'll just give a little brief video presentation on what I'm thinking about for the sermon for the upcoming Sunday. And there's a couple reasons for doing this. One, it's that I hope it provokes some conversation in the congregation, and you can like give me your feedback and stuff. Tell me, whoa, Pastor Justin, that is not the right idea at all. Or wow, I really like that idea. Keep going down that track. And maybe we'll include some other voices in the congregation, in my sermon in that way. Um, and the other thing too is that it'll be a great way of making me start working on my sermon earlier in the week. So anyway, yeah, this is my first crack at the first thoughts on the text of the week uh, video blog series, and I actually got, of course, two big sermons this week because this Wednesday is Ash Wednesday. So I guess the way I'll do these things, I don't know, I'm making this up as I go along, is I'll just read the text I'll probably be preaching on, talk a minute about it. So the text for Ash Wednesday, the gospel text at least, and the one I'll be preaching on, is from Matthew 6. And it goes something like this. Matthew 6, 1 to 6, 16 to 21. Beware of practicing your piety for others in order to be seen by them, for then you have no reward from your Father in heaven. So whenever you give alms, do not sound a trumpet before you, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, so that they may be praised by others. Truly I tell you that they have received their reward. But when you give alms, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, so that your alms may be done in secret, and your Father who sees in secret will reward you. And whenever you pray, do not be like the hypocrites, for they love to stand and pray in the synagogues and in the street corners, so that they may be seen by others. Truly I tell you, they have received their reward. But whenever you pray, go into your room and shut the door and pray to your Father who is in secret, and your Father who sees in secret will reward you. And then skipping ahead to 16. And whenever you fast, do not look dismal like the hypocrites, for they disfigure their faces so as to show others that they are fasting. Truly I tell you, they have received their reward. But when you fast, put oil on your head and wash your face. I guess I'm supposed to stop, right? No, I'm supposed to keep going. I'm sorry. So that your fasting may be seen not by others, but by your Father who is in secret, and your Father who sees in secret will reward you. Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth where moth and rust and consume, and where thieves break in and steal. But store up for yourselves treasures in heaven where neither moth nor rust consumes, and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Wow, there's a lot in that text. It's interesting. There's a whole thing I could talk about stewardship with the whole thing about treasure. I could, that text could also be read in ways like, oh, I should just pray in my closet and not go to church at all. That I guess you could interpret it that way. I don't think it's a good way to interpret it, but that's an option. Um, but no, I guess kind of what I'm initially going on in terms of this Ash Wednesday text is, what the purpose of our prayers are, why we're praying, and exploring that, and maybe even on a deeper level. I was talking with a friend recently who doesn't go to church particularly regularly, and we were talking about this whole Ash Wednesday and all really this whole Lent thing, and sort of like, the kind of question kind of came up in the conversation. Um, why should you sort of make this artificial time to be sad, essentially? Um, and that was an interesting way to think about it. Having been a part of the church for a while, like, I don't know, you do Ash Wednesday because you always do Ash Wednesday, and you do Lent because you always do Lent. Um, but so that's I guess the question I'm really exploring is that what is the purpose of this time of fasting and more careful prayer? Why are we doing this at all? I could give a lot of really fancy theological answers probably to that question. That would only probably even sort of make sense to me, and probably not to many other folks. But I would much rather hear your reason for that. What is the whole purpose of this Ash Wednesday Lent thing? I mean, it's not just a season to like act like you're sad about Jesus' crucifixion or something like that. There's something certainly more to this. And, during my sermon on Wednesday, we have services at 7 a.m. for those wanting to receive ashes before worship or before they go to work, and also a service at 7 p.m. here at Messiah Lutheran Church in Rotterdam, New York. You'll be hearing just some of my more thoughts about why we do this whole Ash Wednesday Lent thing anyway. So stay tuned for that. I hope you can join us on Ash Wednesday. And yeah, have a great evening and God bless.